Good morning and welcome to Great Day Houston. The Gathering Senior Group is joining us in our live studio audience today. Later we'll find out why their big anniversary celebration has a special connection to Great Day Houston. Okay, so this first segment today is often dismissed by people until you take a closer look at the science. Do crystals and gemstones really carry energy we can benefit from? That's not so far-fetched when you consider this. Quartz generates an electric charge when under mechanical stress. That's why we use them in watches to keep precise time and in electronics to regulate frequencies. So what else can crystals, minerals, and gemstones do? Our first guest believes they can interact with the body's energy field to promote physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. She's nodding her head. She's like, yes. All right.
Yes.
Leigh Hickombottom is the owner of Shaherium Crystals and Minerals. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody.
Your early interest in energy was connected with your multicultural background. I was like telling her she's giving me like Shaka Khan vibes. And
Yes.
I feel it for
I
you.
like it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So you were looking into your background, and a lot of them are connected to ancient civilizations, if not ancient, just other civilizations around the world that all were connected by the same thoughts.
Yeah, they actually are. Depending on where you know the different stone or whatever, they're from all across the globe. And due to, like you said, the multi-heritageness, I'm like, hey, I want to learn about this part of me, that part of me. So
what are the ingredients to your gumbo?
My brother makes it. Ask him.
Yeah, he's helping me out. Not that gumbo, but your DNA gumbo.
No, but I'm like he makes true the gumbo. But no, for me, it's like we have African American, Africa, and then we have like Native American, Irish. We have so much English, and there's much more than that. I mean, a small amount of like 2% of Pan American.
We are the world.
Yes, we are the world. I used to tell people, man, I'm a melting pot, and that's why I connected with so many people throughout time or whatever. Is because I'm like, I didn't just sit at one race. I'm like, we're all one. So it's like a melting pot.
As early as 6th grade, you began to see what people call auras, and those colors and energy around people. What did that look like?
Oh man, so it was a shock. It was amazing. Because what happened was I went to, they put us at private school, so I was Catholic. So it was my last year at that school called Most Precious Blood at Corpus Christi, if you're familiar with it. It's a really good place or whatever, but I was, going in there talking, and I was crying. I was sitting inside the chapel, and I was like crying. I'm like, I was like at the time, because now today I call God energy, source energy, but I was like, God, blah, 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 and I was crying, and I was sitting there, and I was looking at my hand, and I'm like, why don't you blow? And I was like,
I saw green. Aura. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I really did. And I was like, I wrote about this at one of my books, and I tell, it's like my hands lit up green, and I was like, wow. And green is usually, although it's associated with heart chakra, it's a healing energy.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what it was when I was sitting in the chapel, and that's the first time, and then it dissipated. And then it came back back later on, and that's when it shocked me. And I was like, oh, okay, y'all, you have to hold off, ancestors, because
hold off, ancestors.
It's interfering with my driving now.
When it comes to energy, when did you discover crystals and minerals and just the energy that can be provided through those?
It was here when I moved to Houston, because I was raised at Corpus. When I moved here, a girl gave me a gift of like a clear quartz is actually what it was, and she was very intuitive, and she was like, hey, my guide said that I have to give you this, and I thought it was the weirdest thing ever. I'm like, why are you giving me? That's exactly it. It's that stone,
it's this one right here. Yeah, this is clear quartz right
and
here.
And I'm like, why are you giving me this? And I didn't question it, but I knew that she was intuitive. She kind of explained that she's misusing her energy. So she gave it to me. From that moment on, I was like, oh my God, my world opened up, and that's kind of like.
And the world has known about this for a long time. For example, ancient Egypt, lapis and malachite.
Yeah. Both of them, exactly. It's just like we've used
protection,
them.
Right?
It was a form of protection to show their nobility, etc., and just decorative for them, for some of them.
Ancient Greece, okay, I think that's the god of Bacchus, the god of wine, is from ancient Greece, right? They had amethyst, which translated means not drunk.
I actually like that. Yeah, and that's that stone right over here.
The purple
stone.
Yeah, and it's funny. It means not drunk. So like if you apparently wear this, it protects you against intoxication. I'm not sure if that works. works.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, I did it for them, but for today's purpose, what it does is good for psychic protection. So what it does is it protects your third eye, and so it actually helps to clean it out, help you to step into your intuition. It's one of the
and make good judgments and
exactly, it really does great discernment.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, the Chinese culture, of course, we know jade is
I love
very,
jade.
very, yeah.
I love white jade, but yeah.
Well, and there's different colors of
Yeah,
jade. There's
that's the
purple, there's
beauty
white,
of it.
there's
yellow,
green.
yep.
Yeah, and of course the jade is something that brings calm, balance, protection, good luck, and growing up overseas in the early years in Asia, jade was everywhere.
I believe it.
There's
Yeah.
that look right there,
yeah.
but you often
Yep.
see it in jewelry and in sculptures and things like that. In fact,
That's
you
right.
have like a really, you have a big jade toad,
yeah,
right?
that's exactly what it is. It's a jade toad. It's about 100 pounds, but I wasn't lifting that.
Okay.
Bring that up.
Yeah, that would bring you bad luck.
I'm
All right.
not to bring all that big thing. No,
Opening Shaherium, what goes into the name?
It's so I kind of like chop things up into like the very old mysteries, ancient time. Everything has a syllable, the vowels and everything else. So I kind of chopped it up to Shur and then Harium. So what it means is light, gift of light, basically, and it's kind of like the one who exalts. And so that's kind of what the store kind of composed together means.
Let's go through some of your stones.
Okay.
You are home of the Dragon Stone.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. That was the Dragon Stone is termed Dragon Stone from the people that it came from. At the United States, Houston is the only place documented to have it. It is from outside of the country. I'll give outskirts of kind of like the Scottish area, the Welsh area, and it's 100 pounds, 150 pounds, but it is humongous. It has such great energy. It is a mixture of smoky quartz, clear quartz, and red hematite, which is very hard to find.
Oh, yeah, that combination there, yeah.
And it's very healing. It has its own vortex healing properties, so it's really cool. It does what those stones do.
All right, a Herkimer diamond. Anything that has diamond, I'm in. But
that's
Herkimer
right.
diamond,
These are my type of diamonds, okay?
Right.
These are my type of diamonds. Those are Herkimer diamonds right here. They're really beautiful. They help to amplify, just like the quartz does, but it's a different stone from the diamond, but it helps to connect to like true love, telepathy. It is one of the few stones that help with telepathy energetically.
All right, white sapphire, which a lot of people will use in place of
There's
diamonds.
a couple of stones over here. That big one's white sapphire, and the one that, the big one's white sapphire, the faceted. It is very, very beautiful. It kind of helps to bring in purity of like relationships, beauty, and throughout the energy field, it helps to kind of just release some good rays. So it's cool.
A stone that very popular, obviously, here in Texas is turquoise.
Yes, and that's great. I love turquoise because a lot of Native Americans have that, and it's a great property. Again, it's a protective one. It's good for your throat chakra. It helps to connect to your ancestors as well as other stuff. It's a great, beautiful stone.
And when you're buying your stones, make sure you're getting the real thing. There's a lot of
these
fake
are the real
turquoise out there
stones,
now.
and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
and if you pay attention at Shaherium, I don't have any man-made stones. Everything comes from caves or from the ground, from Earth itself.
Yeah.
And I'm a big believer in man-made Earth Gaia stones.
All right, rose quartz.
Love, the stone of love over there to your left, those two pink stones. Yeah, those stones are love. They help you to have self-love with yourself and to accept love of other people, kind of helping to heal the heart from relationships emotionally.
Okay, let's go into one that is not here right now. We talked about the Herkimer diamond, but diamond itself.
Everybody knows what that is.
That's a whole other girl.
The carbon stuff.
That's pure carbon, right? When you say these stones have energy, it's pure carbon.
Yes,
and as we know, well, coal, right? Coal,
Yeah, exactly.
We use that for energy. But yeah, dense crystal structure is high in clarity, strong energy, but it's also used in a lot of tech applications as well. Okay, before we round out here, a couple of things. One is, how do you suggest people, obviously we can wear it in jewelry, but what are other ways to have your stones?
I tell people, put one on your desk, put one in your pocket at night, depending on what you're doing. If you're trying to do healing vibrationally, energy, aura, that stuff is real. Place it on your body. It can help your chakras, your meridians. It can help to remove whatever's blocking certain energetic frequencies into your life, from finances to helping with your health, but always see a doctor. And
like, I have a little rock garden. I
and that's a wonderful thing
together.
to do, though. That's a wonderful thing to do. It's like all those vibes are just like, a bunch of Skittles interacting with each other. It's kind of cool. I love
energetic Skittles.
That's what I call it. That's right.
And you have online people can do things too, right?
Yes, you can go visit one of my websites. It's Shaherium.com. I think they have a list of you'll have some.
Yeah,
of this,
we'll connect. Yeah.
Some of that stuff, and then I speak about it at my magazine, the She Is L1 magazine. It's a really good. I think y'all have
We'll
the
connect them to
information.
everything that you
I have.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's really good. I kind of explained. I get more in depth with the stones and what they do.
Yeah.
So,
Well, okay, good. Because I want you to get in depth with how I can make this a necklace.
I know, girl,
maybe-
you'll be walking like
perhaps
this.
perhaps, but I'm sure there's a stone that will help me with that problem. Right? Yeah, the chakra of throat and back and all that type of stuff.
That's funny. I agree.
Thank you so much.
Thank
so
you.
great
It's
to
been a
meet
pleasure.
you.
Yeah.
All right. To learn more about Shaherium and Leigh Hickombottom, visit greatdayhouston.com and we will connect you.